receiver. And with him, any catch could be a big one. He's the NFL leader in touchdown receptions. It's the Dolphins and the Steelers, and it comes your way next.
At the confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela, we are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play, and they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started.
And with the terrible towels waving wildly, we are underway from Pittsburgh.
So out come the Steelers now for their first drive.
They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll start on the ground here on first down. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
It's one play at a time, baby. Here we go.
To throw is Fields. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cam Smith.
And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this. And now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game, to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Escobar with it over the middle.
And the Dolphins are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up.
Touchdown! great play there. His third touchdown now on the year.
And the Dolphins use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession.
And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Play action. It's Fields.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So here's a 3rd and 14. Now it's Fields.
And the pressure gets to him again. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. The Steelers send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Dolphin football. So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position number 1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't get in. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Fields hit and the ball is loose.
And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow.
They've got his man complete. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there. 36 yards.
And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now 14-0.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 13 carries, 65 yards.
Well, we know they clinched a playoff spot, but there's plenty of football left to play, and I'm a proponent of continuing to do what you've done throughout the season, especially with teams that are heavy run teams, because if you throttle back too early, you lose the rhythm of the run game, not just with the runner, but with the offensive line as well.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoor them, and that time looked well for a solid gain.
And the Dolphins are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
For as much as we extol his route running and him as a pass catcher, he might be better with the ball in his hands. He did not want to go down there until he found the end zone. And while he didn't quite get there, he and his guys are set up near the goal.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Dolphins have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it's now 21-0. Scoring summary: 3-play drive, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run.
Set to kick off.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And he's off to a very poor start. 2 passes, 2 interceptions. He'll try and see if he can complete a few to the good guys here as he starts 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. You talk about this Miami defense.
It's quite a unit, that's for sure. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
When you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Here's Fields.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Daron Payne in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Returnable here from the 38. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Tracking 60. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler. Ready,
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Dolphins are able to widen their advantage. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 28-0.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
We are in for a good one as we're through one. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Fields now to throw.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. A gain of 8 there on the play. And 3rd and 1 now.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Fields to throw on 3rd and 1.
Oh, had his hands on it. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
This is brought in at the 21.
Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true.
And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Miami. 71 yards.
Oh, man, disappointment that he couldn't finish that off in the end zone. What an effort there. Doing all he can to get to the pylon, and he's going to wind up out of bounds just short. But a huge play there. Going to set him up with 1st and goal from very short range.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
Go now.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
He'll drop to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Dolphins are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And a route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Here we go.
They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up. Found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Oh, Fields is intercepted for a 3rd time.
And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. They'll set up to throw, eluding the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And Escobar has it left side. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. He's got it. It's Escobar. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now third down and 6 to go. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
They'll work with 4 receivers here on 3rd and 6.
Warriors 70, 18, Pioneer.
They'll look to throw again. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Dolphins have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And it is 42-0.
42. Steelers, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Justin Fields going to lead his offense back out. He was intercepted on that last drive, the 3rd one he's thrown in this first half alone. He'll look to right the ship here, 1st and 10.
Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And some room to roam now.
Inside the 20.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out.
Here we go,
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
Picked off by Cam Smith.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick 6, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the 2nd quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression, my goodness indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
Here we go.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Cam Smith.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
The Steelers taking over now late in this first half as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Pick six last drive. Here's Fields again.
Flush to his right. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Nowhere for Fields to turn.
Throwing on second and long. Fields. He's got it in. Complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
On first down, it's Fields.
And he will find his man on the outside. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Now Fields. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that?
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there. 74 yards.
And the Dolphins extend their lead yet again. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession. Number 2.
Chip slant.
On first down, Fields.
Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. One play action. Fields
under pressure, and they got to him again. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this 1st down.
And he's going to go down again.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll take this inside the 40. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here.
Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that 1-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes. It's not about what's called from the sideline. It's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And 3rd and 8 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Hey, check that. Check.
They'll set up a throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this one is incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
Here we go.
2nd and 6.
Now 2nd and 6.
Back to throw. Fields.
And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Gets this out wide to Pickens.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Dolphins' 30-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Here's Fields.
And he's got it complete to Fowler. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as as it's good from 56 yards out. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. He's going to take another shot here.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play.
Back now in Pittsburgh. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. On third down, he'll drop to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 74 yards.
And the Dolphins are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss.
Here we go, Scott.
Now a first down throw, Fields. A short one there to Freiermuth.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here's Fields now on second down.
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. They'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
Fields. That is caught. Finding room at midfield. Loose inside the 30.
And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And they'll get this down to the 10. 47 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
That's how you get right up off of the map, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 4-yard line.
They'll send one of those 2 tight ends in motion.
Play action. It's Fields.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown.
Pat Fryermuth
From 4 yards out.
And the Steelers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field.
Well, CD, you and I do a lot of games together, but it is pretty rare that we do a game of this margin. I mean, this has just been total dominance. Start until now, and I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas at this point.
Do you think that on the sideline, some jokester said to one of his teammates, maybe a few of them, hey, we're up 50. Why not go for 100? You think maybe that line was uttered on the sideline? I can't believe what we're seeing here. An NFL game this lopsided.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up second down.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
That will throw here to his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
He's got this to Pickens.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Off play action, Fields.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now Fields. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or two. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And he is going to lose yardage here. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.